torches of war under hatred sail, a whisper of doom on a weary breeze. Scorching the shores in a blazing trail, cinder and fume foul the air we breathe. Blood of fallen kings, blades of chaos ring, steel and silver sing for justice. Keen to the scent, the hunt is my muse, a means to an end, this path that I choose. Lost and aloof are the loves of my past. Wake the white wolf, remembrance at last. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of war. The end of the ages are coming now. Sight of flame will sting, punishment I bring. Steel and silver sing for justice. Keen to the scent, the hunt is my muse, a means to an end, this path that I choose. Lost and aloof are the loves of my past. Wake the white wolf, remembrance at last. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of war. The end of the ages are coming now. Ravaging the rivers, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Ravaging the rivers, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Ravaging the rivers, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Ravaging the rivers, scorching the shores, fires in the night, the torches of war. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the wolf, wake the white wolf. Wake the white wolf at the dawn of war. The end of the ages are coming now.
Good evening, everyone. This is Gregor. Welcome to the stream. I have no idea what shark Gregor is. My teeth are kind of like pointier than usual, but yeah, okay. And a very hi means shark. Okay, fair enough. Me not being very fluent in Finnish, I guess, is a massive understatement. But yeah, we'll be doing more Witcher today because I'm kind of like determined to see this thing through to the end. I guess. It's like, I guess. I guess we're finishing this. I'm already like 12 hours or something into it, or like more at this point. Yep. Why am I not seeing my mouse cursor anywhere? Oh, I see. Also, yeah, we're like 10 hours into the game. Wait. What the? Oh, wow. So I just realized what happened. See, if I like press the shift key, I can totally like move the cursor, but if I release it, Does it think that I'm like in game and it's doing like the over the shoulder thing where the mouse is locked until you press the shift key? Because that's actually incredibly stupid, but I guess this is the 100% junk free experience that Ryken promised me. So, how are we doing tonight? How are things generally? In case you couldn't tell, I'm kind of tired. um, the missus had like a allergy thing yesterday, and she kept like waking up at night with like a very awful kind of itch. So we had like a like uh, um, I don't know what they're called in English. But it's like kind of like a thing against like allergies that we kept having to like put on like some kind of like sores that she developed. So yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, and then the day wasn't that much better either. And then had to like go throw like 50 euros into stuff for like the diet that I'm supposed to be following. It's kind of like one of the things that no one ever told me was gonna be this expensive. Upper bag is killing you. Ooh, I'm sorry. I wish it kind of like gets better soon. I hope it doesn't manage to like finish you off. Stupid killer bugs. A Guide to Vizima by Marco Knopf. Like most human cities, Vizima was built on the foundations of an elven city. The seat of the Temerian kings grew over the centuries and today consists of 3 large districts, a port and sprawling outskirts. In the temple quarter, the visitor's attention is drawn to the monumental cloister of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Saint Lebioda's hospital, famous for the many miraculous recoveries that have occurred there, is also hard to miss. I say it's like smack dab at the middle of the city. um, While admiring these edifices, avoid wandering into the non-human district, which has become a den of poverty and a lair of social outcasts. Hey, Jungle Roba, welcome. How's it going? How are we doing tonight? Most non-humans have been relocated to Old Vizima, which has become a ghetto inaccessible to visitors. Currently, the trade quarters is developing rapidly. This is hardly surprising as it is home to the wealthy merchants as well as the trade and political officials. Yeah, blah 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 blah. So, training too much? Wait, aren't you supposed to kind of like space it out and like leave like a day or so in between for your body to recover? Because I'm pretty sure that's what like they're supposed to recommend that you do. Oh, finally got around to finishing Persona 4 Golden. Nice. I've actually only finished that like a week or so ago. I still need to do like a second playthrough to. Actually, let me show you. If I can get this. There you go. I've actually just done like a small list of what I need to do. It's like here. So, according to this, I need to fuse this Anagi no Kami. I need to go fight the secret boss. I need to get like the 100 cards for the collect 100 cards achievement, skill cards achievement, and also do the midnight quiz, which is kind of the most annoying one on the list there. Ouch. That and kind of having to replay through the entire freaking thing in order to fight Margaret. Which kind of like bad design there. I mean, 5 does that as well, where like to fight the secret boss, you need to like go at least like halfway through um, like the new game plus cycle before you can challenge the secret boss. But again, I'm not very pleased about this. that game just didn't want to end. Oh, so I assume you did the true ending then, because I guess that's like the one that kind of
What do
feels
we
like
have
that.
here?
It's
I'm
like
Geralt of
dungeon
Rivia.
after dungeon
A
after
warrior
dungeon,
like
and then
no
it's like,
other. Your legend
hey, one
precedes
more
you.
dungeon,
How can I
just
help?
for good
I'm
measure.
looking for some information.
Hey, Untold
Is this where I'll
Times,
find
also
it?
welcome. How's it going?
Good
How are we doing tonight?
question. I used to work for the lawyers Codringer and Fenn. Satisfied?
Oh, I forgot
The
this guy's
names
voice
mean
was
nothing
like,
to me,
whoa.
but I'll assume that's a recommendation.
As a professional, you understand information has its price.
I'll pay.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
Let's go sleep. Let's
I'm
see.
interested in the people who wear salamander pins.
Just so happens I know a thing or two. Before I go on, I wouldn't mind
behind
knowing
them some
what your
things?
interest in the case is.
Also, why are there even any more personas when you get Yoshitsune? I mean, to get like a Yoshitsune that has like a proper like resistance set takes some doing as well. And I guess it's like the other one. It's like the one that's like the final one of the devils. Like I think Beelzebub or something, which gives you Victory Cry, is kind of useful as well, especially on like a new game plus.
Azar Javed. Name mean anything to you?
I've
Yeah,
heard
also, I
it.
guess
Why are you looking for
Yoshitsune, you
Javed?
kind of need to
Let's
like
just say my boots do a rendezvous
it's like a
with his
5-point
Usually I charge
fusion,
for
right?
information, but I'll give you this bit for free.
No, you
I've
usually
been working
charge
on
for
that case for a
information.
while.
Best voice ever.
Personal matter or a commission?
I'll risk trusting you. Let me tell you a story. A happy couple once lived in Viziman, ordinary as fish in a pond, with a 10-year-old boy. One day the father returned home and was puzzled
4 or
not to
5
be
at
greeted
least.
by
Yeah, I think
his
it's like a
son, his
5-point
dog, or the smell of dinner on the stove.
fusion,
He suspected
and also to
nothing
get like all
until he
the
found the dog
like
dead,
cover
shot
all of
in the
his
muzzle
like
with a heavy crossbow.
non.
He wasn't even sure it was his dog.
I don't know.
But
To
then
get like
he
the
found his
full
wife pinned
resistance
to the
set, you
kitchen
kind of
door
have
with a
to
spear.
plan things
He
ahead.
searched the house in
Although
vain for his son. The
it's not
culprits
like
hadn't
as
left a trace.
easy.
To make a long story
I don't know. It's
short,
like kind of like
Vincent
a bit
Mice
different
had
than
to
like
close the case.
how it works
no
in
witnesses,
5.
no evidence. Except 6 months later,
Like
a
my
monstrous
biggest
corpse turned
issue
up in
is
a
not
trash heap.
like
Eyes like
all
festering
the personas
wounds,
being useless,
pale,
but
rough skin,
you kind
unnaturally
of need
muscular
to
body.
fuse all of them at least once
Everyone
to
had forgotten
well,
the murder
or
and
like
disappearance.
loot them. I guess.
Almost everyone. See, the missing boy had one characteristic feature, a 6th toe. Only the parents knew about it. Always
Okay.
had trouble finding shoes for the kid.
Blah, blah,
And the
blah,
dead
blah, blah.
monster had an identical 6th toe. The father has devoted his life to tracking down the murderers.
I hope he finds them.
Back to reality. This is what I've managed to learn. Azar Javed, a Zerrikanian
But yeah,
sorcerer, leads Salamandra. He's
Is
more
that you need to
dangerous
fuse
than
like
pit
a
of kicking
bunch of
wars,
them to get
but
the full
unfortunately out of my
compendium,
reach. With
and
his
there's like
contacts and resources,
3 or
he's got
4
almost
of
free
them
reign in the
that
city.
will never
I got a
show up in
taste
the
of his
compendium
abilities.
list.
Anything else?
Well, I suspect Salamandra has
Which
built
is like such a
large-scale
pain.
operation with gold
like,
simply greasing the wheels
Just
of
give
their
me a
political
hint of
ambitions.
what I'm missing.
They're conducting
like
genetic
literally for the
experiments,
last 4,
dangerous ones.
I
Regular
had
thugs
to
wouldn't have the
open
knowledge or
a
means.
like a
Who's working for Javed? Any
compendium
guesses?
calculator or
The
whatever it's
captain of
called,
the guard who dropped
and
that
just like go
investigation
through
disappears
all
nights.
of the
Maybe you
different
can squeeze some
arcanas,
information out of
all
him.
of the different
all?
like personas
We
for
might
each
have one
arcana,
more lead.
and see
The
which
city
ones I was
guards
missing.
detain someone
And
who
it's
could
like
provide information.
4 of the ultimate
guards
ones
at the
don't
city
show up
jail?
on the list.
Yeah.
And
Find a way to
until
question
you
that prisoner.
know like the
In the meantime,
combination, I
learn what
guess.
you can from the guards.
Count on it. People open up to me all
So
the
yeah,
time.
that was kind of like a pain
His
for me.
information could be priceless. Good luck.
But yeah, in 5, like
Know anything more
in
about the
5,
salamander prisoner?
generally
He
there's
may
a
be one
lot
of the
more
leaders,
quality
though in
of
this
life
town, the guards
improvements.
capture pawns while the big
Which is one
fish
of the-
swim free. We'll know for
One of the
certain
things
once
that
you
made me
question him.
like
We'll see.
put it a bit
Just one
higher
thing.
than
I think you're being followed.
like the rest of the
suggestions?
series.
Wait
Like
here
I know a lot of
while.
people kind of
Make
say
them
that
nervous.
Persona 5 kind of
Surprise
like dumbed
those who
down
want to surprise you.
the series,
I'll leave at
and
midnight.
I don't know. It's like other things to that effect, which I probably wouldn't like be giving the time of day to, because there are also the kind of people that like tell people to fuck off if they have a different opinion. So
The
well done for that.
is taking his time.
He must have left a different way.
Oh, okay.
No matter.
Seems true. I assume the trap is set.
Indeed. Tend to your tasks in the trade quarter.
I'll leave the matter to our best agent.
Whoa. So wait, now I go and fight everyone like that? Wow, no lead up nor nothing. Come on, just give me some dialogue. Just like tell me, haha, yes, I'm.
Die, bastard!
Jeez. Oh, wait. Oh, there's like another one? Wow. Okay. Get close to him. I love how Geralt is so polite. Like the other guy is just like walking backwards steadily. So of course Geralt also kind of like walks forward very, very slowly. Like, hey, buddy, I hope I'm not making you uncomfortable or anything, am I? Ooh, also we've got Fist Tech. With no place to put it. Well done. Ford didn't really click with you at all. I mean, I did like the light-hearted tone. It's certainly like a nice what's it called? It's like a nice contrast, I guess, to like the grim darkness of 3 and the kind of like more like noir, I guess, feeling of 5. If that makes any sense. Junk free, yes. I need to have words with Raiken about this. It's like, this is not at all as it was advertised to me. Wait, is it better to go heavy on these guys? Oh, yeah, it totally is. Well, damn. I wish I knew that earlier. Shit! Fuck! Yeah!
Die, shit eater!
There we go. I don't know, this like dialogue line, like the tone that they do is like so stupid. It's like these guys only call me like shit eater and nothing else. Like, get some new material.
Screw co-op existence!
What? He doesn't like co-op? Oh my god. Fuck you, buddy. So played a bit of Nocturne. Wait, is Nocturne already out? Like the Switch version, is that already out, or I thought we still like had like a couple of months before that kind of like. Oh, PS2 emulator. Okay, fair enough. Because I really do want to like stream that. I've never played Nocturne, and I'm kind of like interested in like experiencing that on stream. 2021 over here. Well, yeah, that sucks. God damn it! Why do they always get like the good stuff? No idea what you guys mean. Riker. Let me. Where's the Banhammer? Give me just a moment. How painfully slow they are in 4. I mean, I didn't really get like a feel of that, to be honest, but yeah, I guess. Like, probably the slowest attack animations in the Shin Megami series are, like, from the ones I've played, are probably the ones in, well, actually, it's kind of like a, it depends on what we, depends on what we consider like a Shin Megami game. Are we counting like the strategy ones, like Devil Survivor? Because if so, Devil Survivor feels incredibly slow. There's like a vampire here usually. No? Okay. Not today, I guess. But there's like a pumpkin. So, if we're counting like the strategy ones, then definitely from the ones I've played, Devil Survivor 1 is the slowest. because you usually have like up to like maybe 15 units on the screen at any time, and everyone needs to take their turn, and it takes forever to walk, decide, attack, defend, face like a certain direction, and so on and so forth. And considering that you kind of have to min max there in order to get a competitive team, question mark. It's not quite like competitive, but in order to like maximize your chances of survival, there's this thing that you do in Devil Survivor, where depending on what enemies specific demons kill, they can learn different spells, and you kind of need to diversify through that, which is, on the one hand, it's kind of like a nice idea overall, since it gives you like a whole range of like different customization options for how to build up your demons. But on the other hand, it also makes every single fight like such a slow, sluggish thing, because you need to like go, well, not mouse over, but cursor over every single enemy, see what skills they can teach you, then kind of decide which of your demons wants to learn that skill, and it kind of becomes like a big slowing like crawl. To talk to Jethro. Ah. Oh, hey, we're close actually. That's nice. It's like the animations are so comically fast. Oh wait, is that Nocturne or? Yeah, I think that's Nocturne. I hope it's not like that hard, like to kind of like parse. I hate, like, one of the things I hate most in games is when I feel that I'm not getting enough visual feedback of whatever it is that's happening to me, and specifically whatever it is that's killing me. That's kind of like one of my like pet peeves, maybe call it that. Like, okay, kill me if you must, but at least let me know how that happened, so that I know that maybe next time I'm gonna do things a bit differently.
I have questions.
Ask.
Know anything about this salamander prisoner?
Why would I tell you?
But if we're not,
Captain would kill me.
Maybe I can persuade you.
if we're not,
Powder
what's it called? If we're not counting the strategy spin-offs, then probably the slowest one is, I don't know. It's like kind of like a tie between Strange Journey maybe and Soul Hackers, like one of those two, because they're like very slow, and both of them have this annoying thing where
I hardly know anything.
it seems like every 3 steps you do kind of like becomes a new random encounter.
See ya.
So like 3 steps, random encounter, another 3 steps, random encounter. It's like all first person exploring. So, and also tile based. So you kind of have to map, you kind of have to watch where you're going, you kind of have to look for, interaction points on each map, which aren't always visually accessible. And you also have to like go through like 5 fights every like in like every corridor. Hops Nocturne Remaster helps you pick the abilities for fusions. I'm sorry for like delaying to reply here. By the way, I'm just like I don't usually get like a good chance to speak about the Shin Megami series, and there's like a lot to unpack there, so I kind of like took the opportunity to go on like a bit of a rant there. But yeah, I don't know if they said that though. I've never played the original Nocturnes.
Look lively.
On the PS2, I guess. I did have it on my wish list on the PS3 because apparently, with like a US account, you can buy Nocturne off of PSN, which is not the case for the EU or ASEAN or like Oceania. I don't know, like the Australian accounts. But in the North American PSN, you can actually buy Nocturne on PSN for PS3, which is also one of the reasons I still happen to have mine here. I was actually kind of planning of once I was done with Bloodborne to like reconnect the PS3 and just like do one of those, but never really like came around to doing that. But yeah, I've never actually played this, so I wouldn't really know how the like fusion inheritance thing is working. Inheritance abilities were also weighted. Really? Oh, that actually sounds annoying. Actually sounds like a pain in the ass, to be honest. Like, imagine having to... Okay, so I have to ask, how... I don't know, are you... Does the emulator that you're using for starters have a save state feature? And if not, how often are you using the save/load function of the game? And the follow-up question to that is how much delay does that do? You don't need save states. It works the same as PS. Oh wait. So yeah, you have to like reload your game if. Oh, wait. Oh, you could do that in Persona 3. I had no idea that was possible. I like played for like 90 hours for that game and I've never noticed that. Wow. Okay. But sure, it's okay. If that's the case, then fair enough. But still, having to quit out and like re-enter Fusion 30 times must be a pain in the ass. Especially because I know that like the old SMT games kind of had this thing where every time you went to Fuse, you had like this annoying bit of dialogue playing every single time. It's more than 10 minutes. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So, for example, in Soul Hackers, the Fusion, I don't remember if the game actually calls it Fusion. It's like the area is called the Cathedral of, well, the function is called the Cathedral of Souls, just like it is in Shin Megami 4 and presumably 3 as well, and also in Soul Hackers and so on and so forth. And in Strange Journey, sorry. Well, actually in Strange Journey, it's not an area. The app that you use on your like little like wristwatch thingy is called the Cathedral of Souls, of like Cathedral of Demons or something like that. But yeah, it's like a huge pain trying to like do that, like quit out of it, because there's like the captain of the ship that you're on. There's like a ship called the Gumaden or something like that. Every time you try to fuse something, he'll just like have a pithy one-liner to tell you. And like by the 5th time, I'm kind of like, oh my god, shut up and just fuse the shit. I'm mentioning so many games I've never heard of. Oh wow, really? Like, okay, they like Soul Hackers and Strange Journey aren't like mainline games, but if you have a DS or a 3DS and you are willing to like import them or like buy them off of the Nintendo eShop, I would totally recommend it, like specifically because they're kind of like hardcore RPG experience and you can like kind of like take on the go. And Strange Journey is also kind of a very unique take on the Shin Megami series in that, well, the story is kind of interesting actually. So really hard to get on the... I mean, I guess DS games you can emulate, Question mark. Like, I don't know how far the emulation for DS is kind of going nowadays. But you can probably emulate it reliably. But Soul Hackers, you can find the original version on PS2 though. So that's like originally Soul Hackers is a PS2 game that was ported to the 3DS eventually. You are kind of missing on some quality of life improvements like auto mapping and hello, like auto mapping and a couple of demon compendium apps that kind of make your life a bit easier, like being able to fuse demons outside of the Cathedral of Souls area. But I think you can probably find it and like emulate it on PS2, at least like the original experience, let's call it. Although, to be fair, the 3DS version also has like a new ending during New Game Plus where it kind of like allows you to save a character that can not actually be saved in the main game. Okay, so shouldn't I be able to go into the what's it called? Shouldn't I be able to? No, never mind. This is not the. Oh, this is the swamp. This is like the exit to the swamp, isn't it? Transfer point, place of power. Yeah, okay. Temple quarter, campfire. Maybe here? Oh, never mind. Cultist crypt. There we go. It's like back there. So take a left, then another left. Fair enough. But yeah, you can probably play Soul Hackers on PS2. You can more than likely emulate the original Strange Journey on a DS emulator, because they kind of like remastered it for 3DS. And if you want something more strategy oriented, the DS emulator can also probably handle Devil Survivor, which is kind of like a strategy Final Fantasy Tactics ish take on like Shin Megami. See what you queue up next. Oh, decide if you want to plot Persona 4. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it is kind of like a big time commitment, especially like the platinum is like doubly annoying to me because you have to go through the entire game twice to get a chance to fight the secret boss, which is kind of annoying for a Persona game because usually at least they make it available a bit earlier on. Like in Persona 3, it also is kind of like at the end of the game, because you have to do like all of the requests to be able to unlock like Margaret again. No, not Margaret, the other one, Elizabeth. Wonder if it's like a good idea to like use some necrophage oil here. Do I have any? Yeah, I do. On my silver sword. Is it feasible to do a normal story run and then do plat run on NG+? Yes, it is more than possible to get nearly all of the achievements in like one playthrough. If it's New Game Plus, you can get all of the achievements. Maybe not planning, but if you've got a save just before Izanami no Kami, it might be a good idea to go farm some golden levels, because it's always preferable to finish your compendium on your first playthrough, so you don't have to worry about money and stuff later on. Although you can probably play a second playthrough on very easy and just like set the money gains to very high. Okay, here's the actual question that I have. Have you or have you not already gotten the hardcore reset trophy? The one that asks you to listen to 250 voice lines for from Rise. Haven't got that. Okay, so this might suck, but the progress for that does not carry over playthroughs, as far as I've heard at least. I did manage to do it myself, but it did involve just like going out of my way to get some of the voice lines. Um, according to the community, or like any guide that I've actually like read, there's around 300 odd lines that you can get, and some of those are not available if you max her out, because there's like a few that you can only get if you try to escape combat, and there's like an ability at rank 7 that guarantees escape. So yeah, there's also a few lines that you get if you are weaker than the enemy, and a few lines that you get when you are stronger than the enemy. Yeah, fill out as much of the compendium before final boss. That's probably like the best. Yeah, I don't know. 5 had that as well. It's just as annoying a trophy in that one. Although to be fair, in 5 there seem to be a lot more unique lines. So yeah, it's like that's what I was gonna say. It's like a lot easier to get that one by chance. I think the trick to getting it, because I did get on my first playthrough, uh, because I tried to use different party members in each dungeon, because like the reason there are so many voice lines is that there's like a lot that are like individual to each party member. So like every party member has like 20 or 30 voice lines associated with them. So maybe if you start like a second playthrough, it might be easier to just like do the first dungeon with like Yosuke and Chie and um, what's your name? Oh my god, I just like played that last week. I already forgot like the other girl's name. But yeah, it's I think Monofight. Yeah, that one. There's like in 4 there's like a lot of those as well, which is why you can kind of like get like 250. As far as I know, and according to the guides, it's not possible to kind of like lock yourself out of it anyway. So even if you're at the end game, you could try like playing around with party members a bit to maybe get the chance to get the ones that you are missing. The problem is that for a lot of them you need specific status ailments on your party members. Of course, there's like one for each party member per status ailment. So there's like one for poison, one for dizzy, one for enervated. There's like another one. I'm forgetting what the fourth one is. There's like 4 of those times 6 party members. That's like 24 voice lines just there. And the problem is that if you are kind of like good at the game, like good at exploiting weaknesses and stuff, you are never gonna see those voice lines because you don't really want to let enemies kind of like exploit your weaknesses, right? There are also a bunch for getting ambushed. So those might also be ones that you are missing if you have been careful about not getting ambushed, like the game like kind of like I don't know encourages you to be, I guess, if that makes sense. Why is it not like Final Fantasy? I mean, yeah, that would be probably like the best. I wish it was like that, but yeah. What can you do? Wait, why wasn't I in group style all this time? Oh my god, there's like so many of them.
Kill you like a dog.
Could have like killed them all off. God damn it. Well, this works too, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of voice lines for like a bunch of random things, like getting status effects, getting ambushed. Um, the 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 enemy party size that ambushes you has unique lines. So Rise will be like, "Oh no, you've been ambushed, and it's 5 enemies." That's kind of like a different voice line. That's like, "Oh no, you've been ambushed, 4 of them," and all of that kind of like adds up. So I feel that this game kind of like this achievement or like trophy kind of penalizes you for trying to be efficient at the game or like good at the game maybe. So I mean, well done them, I guess. But yeah, those are usually the first suspects. It's like either getting more status effects on like each individual party member or getting ambushed. There are 3 voice lines that you can only get if you try to escape without having reset maxed. So one is the one where you try to escape. The second one is if you try a second time to escape while she's looking for a way out. And the third one is like doing it like again another time in a row. And she's like, "Oh, geez, just shut up. I'm trying to find a way out." So yeah, that's also kind of a thing that you can maybe do to see if you're like close enough. The problem, unfortunately, yes, Hasutobi spam. That's kind of the that's like the easy way out. I mean, you can probably also use. I don't know. I didn't actually use a Yoshitsune in my playthrough. I had like a lot of other personas because I was like kind of like maxing. Oh, hello. What the hell? Is there supposed to be this much loot here? That's kind of funny, actually. It's like so much stuff. Saltpeter and pork. Who stores those things together? But yeah, you can either just like try and fish around and see if you get lucky in like the ones that you are missing are the ones that did I just eat a bottle? Yes, no, it's not actually a bottle. That was like kind of like a sweet kind of things, like a something made out of sugar. Actually, I don't remember what it's called. Like sweet something, but but yeah, I'm just like scarfing things down to make make space for
I'll send you to your
looting
grave.
things. But yeah, you can kind of like check and see if those will help you. Otherwise, I'm like very sorry to recommend this because I would hate to do that myself. In fact, I had to do that for the PS Vita version, and it was miserable. But there is like a spreadsheet somewhere on Steam, which itself kind of like came from one of the PS profiles sites, I think, like one of the PSN like achievement sites, that has like a spreadsheet of all the voice lines that Risa can say. So if you do want to go for a platinum, and if you can't actually get it in one playthrough, in like your first playthrough, getting that spreadsheet on like your second playthrough might help, because it's like a lot easier to just like track stuff on there. And just like play it on very easy, max out your like XP gains, and just like coast through the game, skip everything, sleep every night if you. I don't know. Have you maxed all your social links on like the first playthrough, or are you saving that for like the second one? I will admit that I kind of like had like a lot of advanced knowledge from playing it on the Vita, so I was kind of able. Wait, what? Why does this guy have like a... Oh, never mind, it's gone. He had like a health bar while he was dead. I don't like... No, that's not how that works. But yeah, I was lucky enough to kind of like remember like the key parts of how to max everyone. I was like, there we go, sugar doll. This is what this was. So it's not like a bottle. Oh, we're short about 2 weeks. Well, the good thing is that like 5, any social links which you've maxed would have given you an item that makes like reputation, I guess, gains a lot faster on the second playthrough. Plus, you also have like you have like more immediate access to social links because of your higher social stats. So that's also kind of like a boost there. It's increased points, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, that it also stacks with having a persona of the same arcana. So in most social links, it kind of guarantees one level up per what's it called? One level up per encounter, per interaction. Also, you probably need to remember that on the second playthrough, you presumably don't have to spend any time studying or eating the like the ramen bowl. I don't remember what it's called. Like the rainy days, blah blah blah, whatever that's called. So, like a good idea that kind of like also carries over into Persona 5, which you've probably done already, is that on the second playthrough, if you go and interact with someone and they say that, oh, it doesn't seem like this guy's gonna like get closer with you, you can just go to the shrine and do like a what's it called, like a fortune, and that will kind of raise your reputation with them. I don't remember what it's called, like affinity, reputation. I don't really remember. Hey, Posh, welcome. How's it going? How are we doing tonight? But yeah, in 5 it's like a lot better because it's just like a free action. Like, in fact, in 5, one of my favorite things is like how much of a benefit everyone gives you if you spend time with them. Like, what's her name? The teacher. I forget what she's called. She can kind of like give you back your nighttime 3 hours after a dungeon, or like kind of like give you bonus stats during what's it called? Like, give you free periods in class in Royal Max Social Selling by December. Oh, nice. I haven't actually played Royal yet, so please no spoilers. I really want to play that, but I'm kind of on a tight budget at the moment. So, which is also why I've been streaming a lot more of my backlog, actually. There's like a few things that I may like discuss if you don't mind, like listening to my like my IRL like stuff. But yeah, I mean, Golden is also a lot easier to max out than the original Persona 4, actually. As like those 2 like months that you have like tacked on at the end are very helpful, and the fact that you get access to Marie almost immediately kind of like makes it a lot easier to gain access to the true ending very early on as well. But yeah, I really need to kind of like save up and get Royal at some point. Wait, what? Diamond? Diamonds are forever. Forever. No! Don't throw a bomb. Fucking idiot. I want to tweet whatever that was. Not blow the thing up. Just wait for the inevitable PC port. I mean, yeah, that too. I mean, at this point, it doesn't make any financial sense for me to buy it anyway. So, I'm waiting anyway, not just out of choice. Yeah, I'm also kind of sure that it will happen. We might even get to see like a remake of 3, because I'm pretty sure they would like to do one for modern audiences. It's kind of like package the whole thing with maybe like an emulated version of 1 and 2. and kind of like call it the definitive collection or something like that. But yeah, it's like 4 has been insanely successful at this point, and honestly, well done them. Kind of a shame that it took them so long to kind of like realize how well a mainline Persona game would sell on PC. But hopefully Shin Megami stuff is gonna. Yeah, exactly. There's like so much. It's like you could be playing for years at this point with like all the spin-offs and like side games and like honestly for me, I would be most happy if all the DS and 3DS ones made it to PC somehow. Like probably going to be a bit of an issue with not having a dual screen, but I mean at the point where like freaking what's it called, like Azure Striker Gunvolt, right? That was a 3DS exclusive, and Inti Creates kind of like made it work on PC. Although I haven't heard like the best like comments about like the specific game, it does seem to be functional at least. So that would be nice to see from like Atlus as well. Just like get the like Soul Hackers or Strange Journey or the Two Devil Survivors or Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Apocalypse. Oh, if you, by the way, if you want to play 4, you would love to play Apocalypse. It's kind of like a sort of sequel to 4, but everything is just, jacked up to 11. I still haven't played much of it because I started it, kind of like realized what I was getting myself into, and kind of like held back so that I wouldn't like drop it halfway through, if that makes any sense. Wait, where is this guy going? Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah, I mean that's why I was asking about DS emulators, because I'm pretty sure the 3DS ones are not very good at the moment, and possibly unlikely to be because of like how weird the architecture of the console is. At least on the like the regular DS, you don't have to worry about like the 3D effect being emulated. So I guess that kind of like alleviates some of the pressure. Because how do I know this? I've been saying that I want to stream a bunch of 3DS games for ages now, but you can't actually do. Oh, sorry. You can't actually do that because the 3DS does not have a video out built in, unfortunately. Which means that if you want to stream 3DS games, you have to send it off to get modified. Wait, oh, I see. And surprise, surprise, a modification that actually requires a whole different chipset to be soldered onto your like the 3DS motherboard, or like main board, I guess in this case. Because there's like they kind of like solder on a small chip that has an HDMI out, and that small chip is sort of like a mini capture card. So that kind of well, you actually also need like a custom like shell for the 3DS, because the HDMI also needs like a place to like kind of like protrude from the hull. Actually, let me. Oh wait, it's like someone attacking me. No, let me show you just a moment, like what I mean. So yeah, I still occasionally play some 3DS. This is the well, this is actually the 2DS XL because it has like a better battery life than the regular 3DS. So regularly what you do is like send it off, and they kind of replace this, like this bottom part to add like a small hole here. I mean, okay, they don't actually like drill a hole. It's like a different hull altogether. It's like a different shell. But it does have like a provision for like an HDMI out to kind of like pop through there. And yes, it is a bit sketchy. It is when all said and done soldering something new onto your like console, right? Um, I mean, there are probably like dev kits or something like that that have like a video out for like testing purposes, and maybe like big outlets like, say, for example, Famitsu or like I guess IGN or something like that. They do get unique versions that can stream or like can at least like capture video of. Although the 3DS also has like a screenshot capturing feature, which I guess is probably not a very big deal for like video capturing. But yeah, I'm at least sure that like dev kits have that already, or they're like custom made to send to like major news outlets. But yeah, what basically happens, they solder on a small chip onto your main board, which has an HDMI out, and you can kind of use that as like to feed it into a capture card and capture video, that kind of thing. The problem is because it's a very specialized kind of operation, it's also very expensive. Like the absolute cheapest that I've seen, an HDMI out modification for the 2DS XL, which is like this model, costs around $400. Although, to be fair, you are kind of also buying a new console with that, because they don't actually sell like the modification itself. They sell like a pre-modified 3DS or 2DS. Like if I send this over, it's only 200, which is not that much better. And considering that I have to send it over to like freaking China or something, which is another like 30 euros like back and forth in like shipping costs, it's like way out of my budget. But I have been saying for ages that I do want to stream a lot of 3DS games. Like there's like two here. It's like Strange Journey I already have here already. It's like, there we go. It's like this one. Strange Journey. I don't know if like you can see it. No, probably not. Like it's a bit too dark. It's like the remake, because like Strange Journey is originally like a DS game, and then they made a redo version, I guess, which is kind of like it's like the 3DS remake. So that would be an amazing game to stream. Like the two Persona Q games, I would also love to stream because they're like so quirky. Or like Fire Emblem Fates at some point, which I haven't played yet at all, because I got it as a gift like a week after I got my Switch. So at that point, I was kind of busy with other things. But there's like a lot of games that I would love to stream off of that. Like Majora's Mask 3D was another one. Conception, although that one I can probably play on the PS4, but I wouldn't like to buy a game again if I already own it to stream it. There's like a few more, like all the Shin Megami Tensei games that are on 3DS. But yeah, emulating sounds a lot better, but unfortunately there isn't yet a 100% accurate 3DS emulator. Wait, drown dead tongues. Appear on the banks of ponds, lakes, and rivers, immune to bleeding, blinding. Oh, hold on. These aren't the ones I've been killing. Shit. These are like the higher level version of like the drowners, right? I don't have any tongues for those guys. Do I? Shards for. Oh my god, have I been killing the wrong things all this time? Yeah, drowner brain tissue. I don't have any tongues. I guess I need to kind of like shove off and go to the the trade district or whatever it is. Citra is supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, I tried that. I tried that when I wanted to stream Pokemon Moon because that's like another game that I have on the 3DS, and I would love to be able to stream it. That was like before I got like Sword on the Switch. So I did try that, and it's like 90% functional there, but it has like a couple of weird glitches at points, and they're like all over the game. So it's not like maybe I can just like stream up to a certain point and then just like skip the glitches. They kind of happen all over the place for whatever reason. So it's not yet like a perfect emulator, unfortunately, which kind of like kills it for me. And especially stuff that has like a lot of voice acting, I've noticed, is kind of tricky to get working correctly. Like again, Strange Journey is one. Um, both Persona Q games, which I also have. Like everything I'm just like describing, I already own on 3DS, but I just can't stream it, and I really want to. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I'm not opposed to port to like emulating either. And I do like to have like the official version because it's hassle free. It's usually officially supported. It comes with like a few added extras that like the emulated version won't come, like hopefully better textures, like a remastered soundtrack, achievements, that kind of stuff. But if they're not helping you do what you want to do with what you just like bought, then just go emulate it, and I don't think anyone should complain about it. Poor audio quality in Nocturne. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like an old game. Kind of like hopefully the Switch port is gonna be a bit better in that regard. Actually, speaking of Switch ports and like JRPGs in general, you know what other game I need to like get around to like playing? It's probably like the next game I'm gonna save up money for is probably Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, because I don't know, do I have that here? No, it's like in storage. Oh well, I've got like some GameCube games here. I've got like Metroid Prime and Mario Sunshine somehow, and Paper Mario. Okay, um, but yeah, they recently came out with a remaster to Crystal Chronicles on the Switch, and it fixes my biggest concern and like my biggest complaint actually with the original game, which was that in the original GameCube version, in order to play multiplayer, you needed to have one controller for player one and one Game Boy Advance and accompanying Game Boy to GameCube cable for every single other player that wanted to join. It kind of did the stupid thing that Wii U did with what was it called? Um,
Why, hello.
Mario Party, I want to say. There's like a couple of games in on the Wii U where the first player plays on the tablet and everyone else like uses Wiimotes. Hey, Elder Mammoth, welcome. Wait, you had an ad?
Stupid game.
I don't have pre-roll ads on my channel. Hold on. Hold on a moment. I'm pretty sure I disabled those. So give me a moment there, because this is not right. How the fuck did you get an ad? What? Am I seeing any money for this? God damn you, Twitch. Okay, give me a moment. I need to confirm this content community. There we go. Preferences. Wait, under which category was that? Channel, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Subscriber only, enable clips, mature content, store but past broadcasts. Channel trailer. I don't have one of those. Social links. Time zone is localized. Auto host. Where the hell are the ads? Oh, maybe they're under affiliate. Yep, there we go. Enable pre-roll ads. Disabled. That's weird. I mean, if there are like regardless of like my settings, then what's the point of making me choose to begin with? Like I always kind of figured I'm like strictly small time, so I'm never gonna actually make any money from people watching ads, so might as well not, bother them with it.
And what's that?
But I guess Twitch knows better. Maybe it's their way of telling me that they believe in me. Or not. Let's see. The French dub too. Ooh la la. C'est que je m'appelle Mulan. Yeah, I saw your. Oh shit! Thank you, Jungle Roba. That's so kind of you. And I guess enjoy the GG emote, Mammoth. Thanks.
I'm not playing that.
That's so nice of you. That's like probably my first sub in like a month, I think. Deploy kindness. Yes.
Someone.
Let me just like do the GGs in chat. There you go. See, isn't this like a... Wait a minute. Isn't like an amazing emote to be having now? Enjoy.
What's that?
I made it myself.
Never seen anything stranger than that.
I hope it doesn't show.
I haven't the strength.
But yeah, thank you, Jungle Roba, and I guess I need something pithy to be telling to subscribers. So welcome to the Gore Pit Mammoth? Question mark. Sounds gross. But yeah, I did see your post on your Discord channel, and that grayscale. Oh, that sounds even worse. What? Welcome to the grayscale, the artsy world where everything is devoid of color and joy. wait. I can probably let's see. I can probably like mess around with my. Nope. Wait, how do you grayscale this? Oh, there we go. Hey, welcome to the grayscale. Give me a moment. Like this. Nope. Wait. Different. There we go. Welcome to the grayscale. Oh. Okay. This is new. Now I'm all like super saturated. Like very exposed. Okay. GG. My mopey poet mode. Yes. Alas, poor Yorick. I don't know. I'm not very good at poetry anyway, so I couldn't probably tell you. Wait a minute. Gift subs aren't discounted. Also, why am I still in grayscale? Thank you, but I don't want that. There you go. Oh, that kind of sucks. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry to hear that. I hope like it wasn't like that much of a like what's it called, like a financial drain there. Also, since I kind of like did that on like a whim, give me a moment. I kind of like did a thing with like all the subs here, just to remind myself that you know, I have them. I mean, this like felt like a better idea when I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah. I mean, I've seen other people do it. It seems like a fun thing to do. I want to do that too. But yeah, Elder Mammoth's name is on there too, and Jungle Roba's initials as well. Rather larger. Bend over and write on it. Oh my. Like, no? Also, let's face it. I've recently been to the dietitian, and I am around 27 kilograms overweight. So I don't think you want to see a whole lot of Gregor ass in the camera at the moment. Wink, wink. I mean, unless you're into that sort of thing. And also my camera colors are a bit off again. Why? The hell? Oh, there we go. It's like a bit better. I don't know. Kind of like I reloaded the webcam and suddenly everything was like super bright and exposed. Oh shit! Wait, 7 months? Whew, that's insane. Thank you for the resub as well, Jungle Rover. Jesus Christ. That was unexpected. Also, this is probably like the best stream of like the year, probably, since we've got like 2. Wasn't subscribed, really?
Damn it! Whatever you do, don't bet on
Did
the
it
boxing.
say 7
It's
months in a
rigged.
row in chat as well?
What do you want?
Yeah, they subscribed for 7 months. Wait, it wasn't in a row. Oh, never mind. It's like the alert is might be a bit off. It's not actually in a row. It's like I think 7 months total. Kind of need to sell all of this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've subscribed like ages ago. I think it might have been during the Evil Within stream. I mean, there is like in a row option, and there's also like the individual how many months you've subbed, like in total. I think it's an option that the streamer needs to enable, and I think I've enabled it myself. Can't keep up with this. Stop changing things. Yeah.
I only work for Friends of the Order.
Why? Why will you only work for Friends of the Order when, like, you've sold things to me before?
Enough play for this.
I don't get this. It's like so weird. I mean, yeah, you've also subbed, like, if you see you have like the first badge as well, which means you're like one of the first 5 to sub to this channel. It's like G Scorpion was one, my IRL friend Razian was one, Jungle Roba is one, Aznakta is one, and I think Melee Mage might be the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Get the Founder's Badge. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks underwhelming, and in most cases it doesn't fit with anything that the streamer might have had, like, beforehand. Although in my case, I will admit that mine are also kind of like half-assed, because clearly I'm not very good at, designing things, and I did my best.
Madness!
What do you want?
I want to sell things. You've already read this. You've already read this. You've already read this. Yes. I mean, I usually have it on just because, like, this is not to say that you should, but at least from my personal experience, whenever I see someone that has that badge, I'm like, hey, it's one of like my my oldest, well, not friends, but I don't know. I don't like supporter. Sounds like very fake to me, so I don't want to say that like this is like one of my first supporters. But it's like online you can't really like say that they're like friends, right? Because that kind of like means that you're kind of like overstepping some boundaries with them. Oh really? It's like a sidewide setting. I had no idea that was the case. Ooh, so hey, let me sell things. Sell all the things. Get all the money. Be rich. Easy. But yeah. Okay, how about
Jewelry,
pals? It's like one of my
trinkets and
oldest
baubles.
streaming pals have the first sign. So I kind of like leave it on just in case. Like, I know I'm like one of the first in like Venom's chat, if you guys ever like been there. And it's like one of the first people that I've actually followed on Twitch back in the far gone days of 2014, I want to say. Whew, 6 years ago. Jeez, almost a lifetime. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice, but it's also kind of annoying when you can't do it on like a stream by stream basis. Hey, Kalkstein, I've got things for you. But yeah, how are we doing today, Mammoth? Aside from like Mulan being the predictable piece of shit that it was. Oh, see, we've got the funnies here. But yeah, I will say that I was kind of expecting it to be shit. I don't know, like taking something that was supposed to be like this unique looking, unique sounding piece of entertainment. Oh my god, I've actually been speaking a lot today. Like my voice is drying out. You're taking something that like had like such a unique design and aesthetic, and you kind of like make it into like a generic martial arts like there's like a name for that type of movie. It's like a wuxian kind of movie. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. They gave her a sister. Wait a minute. Mulan didn't have a sister originally. What the hell? What can you expect from Disney?
Sorry,
I mean,
I got lost in
yeah,
thought.
it's kind of like a corporate wasteland. So a screen time of 5 minutes. Well, that sounds like a great casting choice then. Ho ho ho. Maybe she's like someone's relative and that's why they cast her in it. Whew. Golden Oriole. Poisons? Okay. Okay. Black Blood is one that I would love to have. Bindweed. Resistance to acid and acid-based poison. Get that one as well. Because we're going to the swamps. And I still can't make a Thunderbolt, though. That kind of sucks. Or a wolf. Actress playing Mulan has to do pro Hong Kong police stuff. Ooh. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Like, they would hate to... Like, generally, I don't like it, but generally, I kind of like... It's kind of predictable, if that's, like, the correct word for it. It's kind of predictable that, like, major corporations kind of prefer to not piss off Chinese authorities. Mainly because China has become like this huge market in like the last 5 years or so. She knows where her bread's been buttered. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like the let's call it the problem with that. Yeah, I mean she could have, and yeah, but actually kind of like curious about that. I remember reading something about something called the Sesame credit or something like that. There's like this thing that they had, like, it was like a kind of like a social score kind of thing, which in this case kind of means that maybe if they're like tweeting pro stuff, they're actually like gaining points. So in this regard, it actually might make sense for them to be vocal about it as well, so they can just like gain social standing, which yes is a very, very bad thing, and that's kind of like how freedom kind of dies in certain ways. But again, this might also kind of, I'm not looking to justify. I'm just looking to see the rationale behind this. Because yeah, you'd think that just like shut up, don't say anything is like the correct thing here, but maybe she does stand to gain something for doing that. Considering what we know about like the whole like Sesame credit thing, if that makes any sense.
Gods have
So the
punished
new
the
business that Twitter
outskirts
account.
with spilled blood and
Yep.
blazing fire.
Yep. That also. I hate how that's a meme though. People really need to, get along with one another a bit better. Just like generally. Probably like a very bright utopian future where you won't need like you wouldn't need to have like declarations of like alliance or like pride or stuff like that. Just, people get along, everyone accepts everyone else. Pipe dreams. Pigs flying, cats and dogs living together. That quote from Ghostbusters. I don't remember what it goes like. It's like cats and dogs living together. Total chaos, something. It's like I remember that movie really well, but not the the precise quotes that came from that. But there's like a moment at like the end of the game where what's his name? Venkman is kind of like making fun of Walter Peck, the Environmental Protection Agency asshole, for lack of a better word. And he's trying to like sell the chaos that's been happening. He's like, cats and dogs in the streets living together, madness everywhere. Yes, this man has a small dick. No, it's like kind of like the friend. Yes, I can confirm. No, oh god damn it! I'm gonna have to look it up on IMDb, to be honest, or like wiki codes. Yeah, I know, but that's kind of like the source of it, isn't it? Like they would lose a lot of like the sympathy that they gain from these like empty gestures if there wasn't any need for those empty gestures in the first place. I mean, my line of thought is kind of a bit all over the place, I guess. So my bad for not kind of like explaining how I got there. Let's see. Ghostbusters. Where the hell is the actual movie? Oh, there we go. Let's see. Quotes. Did you know? Actually, all this trivia is kind of fun. I like sometimes at work when I'm on my lunch break, I kind of like check that. Where are the quotes? Did I go through them? I mean, I think at this point, wiki codes is like a better. I hate the Explorer on this. Google Ghostbusters small dick. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. There we go. Let's see. Librarian, the bedroom, Venkman. Okay. Wait. Peck. There's like so many of them. There we go. Nope. Nope. Go back. There we go. There we go. What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Exactly. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. 40 years of darkness. Earthquakes. Volcanoes. The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Yep, this is the one that I was trying to find. Yes, I think it's like confirm. Yeah, this man has no dick. That's like the actual quote. They caused an explosion. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. There we go. Quotes. The magic of quotes on the internet. And I didn't even have to Google for dick to see it. I do have to kind of like figure out what the hell I want to do though. I've been like running around Viziman for the last half hour talking about like Shin Megami and Ghostbusters and Mulan, I guess. Witcher secrets. I've begun an investigation into the identity of the Salamandra leader. I'm working with Detective Raymond, who could help me learn who is working with Azar Javed. Javed? Javed? I don't remember what like the pronunciation is. Maybe his associates will lead me to the man himself. So like an actual like map thing here. Mysterious tower. I guess we need to be looking for these at some point. This at the swamp. Done. All of these. I can't actually get into the hospital yet, so no point in trying to visit Shani. This is at the dike. This is a dead end. This is a dead end. I don't actually remember where you fight the Al Ghouls, so that's also probably a dead end. Yeah, again, can't enter the hospital. Haven't found any of these or these. Hey, off for tonight. Have a very pleasant evening and thanks for stopping by. Probably catch you soon, hopefully with more Wasteland 3. Wink, wink. Go to the dike and see Coleman. Yeah. Interrogate the weakness. Where the hell is that? I should interrogate the prisoner being held by the city guards. Really? I mean, that's close. Planning on tomorrow? Yeah. I've actually heard a lot of good things from people that aren't you. I don't trust you.
What a day.
Nah, I mean, you clearly like the series, so and like the actual like type of game you also enjoy. So generally, I also like to get opinions from people that don't tend to play those games overall, if that makes any sense. Because you know you kind of want to like get like a couple of different opinions here and there to wait until it has 3-4 patches. Oh wait, I've actually heard about that. Holy shit. I snacked as well. Oh, 3 in a row today. What the hell? It's like the roof's gonna fall on me or something. Toss a coin to your witch god. Ha! Ha! I did that joke yesterday. Twitch shot of plenty. Ha! I get that reference. Crashing inventories and load times. Oof. Oh, you know... that, like, Wasteland 3 is from In Exile, right? Like Brian Fargo's thing. Yeah. So, funny you should describe Wasteland 3 like that. Also, by the way, welcome as Nakta. How's it going? How are we doing today? You all certainly like did toss some coins to your streamer, so good thing I made that joke yesterday. Funny you should mention a game from In Exile being crowdfunded and being a technical disappointment. I have a short rant on that matter regarding Bard's Tale 4. So let me tell you about Bard's Tale 4. The Bard's Tale series is one of my favorite RPG series ever because it has a good combination of music, humor, RPG stuff. Like I love the leveling system generally, when you can kind of like class up as you progress through the game. You have to get your level ups approved by board for whatever reason, and they kind of like kept that through the game. The PS2 slash Xbox slash PC Bard's Tale reimagining was also kind of fun, even if not like a true RPG game. But yeah, it was one of the first games to introduce music into RPGs because it had a bard, and the bard kind of buffed you with songs and stuff. So when the Bard's Tale 4 was announced on Kickstarter after like 15 or 20 years of not having seen one more game in the series, I backed that shit. I backed that shit hard. It's like probably like the most money I threw at like a single Kickstarter, even more than what I threw at Torment or System Shock 3, I guess. I don't know what they're calling it nowadays. But anyway, Bard's Tale was like the game that I wanted to back. And then it came out. And I loved it. And I also hated it. Here was a game that had like an amazing combat system that kind of like got the whole like casual aspect of like maybe card games or like light strategy games, and fused that into like a grid-based thing where your positioning actually matters, and where you kind of like use your party members to combo stuff into other stuff, so that if you're like clever enough and you can kind of like figure enough stuff and you prepare your party like well, you can kind of like combo off the entire party, like the entire like enemy party off the map. And it felt so satisfying, and like all the music was there, all the Celtic and Scottish and Irish influences were there, and it was like a huge game. It was like 40 hours to like do one playthrough of it, and it looked so pretty, and it had such character and such lore and stuff. But oh my god, was it not ready to be released? Like Mammoth says about like Wasteland 3, the loading times. Like I streamed that game when it came out. Oftentimes it would go for like a minute into loading. There were like 3 patches on the first week trying to solve that, and they didn't. I was like so disappointed. And then there's like glitches. You could like clip through stuff, even though the movement was kind of like grid based. You could still clip off the map and kind of like go off into places. Enemy turns would sometimes take up to like a minute to calculate, especially later on in the game. There's like insane slowdown for the amount of visual that was like on screen. And the worst thing, there was actual legit bugs, game stopping bugs, not crashes, game stopping bugs, save ruining bugs at some point. I have on VOD my last stream of that game, where at the very end of the penultimate chapter, you need to use a ladder to go back to the first town, which is now under siege, on fire. Like, it's an RPG trope, and they did that in Bard's Tale 2 as well. So, whatever. But here's the thing: you can't actually do that because the graphic. Well, you couldn't actually do that because the graphic for the like ladder wasn't there. The interaction and the trigger for the ladder was there, but you couldn't actually see the ladder because the model for it and the texture for it was not there. So I'm kind of wondering, how the fuck did they manage to do that? How the hell did they manage to release a game in like what they called was a stable release and not be able to see where you need to go to finish the game? I was like so mad about that. I was like, for 25 minutes I was running like in the sewers of Skara Brae and looking to see like what the hell had I missed, and I couldn't proceed. the game was telling me, yeah, go this way and like finish the game, and I couldn't do that. And then suddenly I just like moused over like a random piece of like dead air, and it told me, yeah, this is the exit to like the city. I'm like, no, it isn't. And then I clicked, and then like everything was on fire, and I was like at the end of the game, and I was like, like no, seriously, that was like my actual reaction there. I think I have it on like a clip or something too. Maybe I just like dig it up after the game, and that was so annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually loved the game. I unapologetically loved it, but it kind of like, I don't know, ruined it, that I couldn't recommend it to anyone else. I couldn't gush about it, because then someone else was gonna go buy it and just like get all the slowdowns and all the stupidly long loading screens and like all the minute-long enemy turn calculations and stuff, and they were gonna hate it. Because like if you enjoy a franchise a lot, you can kind of see past those things, even if they do build up slowly into like a big source of annoyance. But how do you recommend that to someone who hasn't like played the other Bard's Tale games, right? How can you in good conscience tell someone, go try this, it's a great game,
gold.
Wait,
and then
someone's
just like
coming.
go, but
Right,
there's
fella.
also all
You
this
spotted
stuff
us.
that
Careful.
doesn't really work.
He's a witcher.
He's a witcher.
dangerous.
Yes.
Finally, the acknowledgement I deserve.
Really?
Witcher.
That seemed like a nice chat.
Stop playing the fool. You know.
Matter of fact, I do. By the way, you never paid me.
Here's 100 orins. Don't turn me in.
Why not?
I'm helping Vincent dismantle the secret salamander organization.
Are you?
You're not doing too well.
Are you?
Some fool keeps killing salamanders, spoiling our traps and schemes.
Any idea who?
No, but if I find him, I'll stop his meddling.
Wait, he's talking about us, isn't he? If I want to expose Coleman, I must go to the incubator. Really?
Not enough play for
Back through this loading screen again?
I'm sleepy.
See, this is why no one likes... Well, no one except Raiken likes this game. Okay, that's kind of like harsh. People like this game. Fair enough. But this is why I don't like this game. There's like this constant back and forth. Loading screen after loading screen after loading screen. It's kind of like getting a bit on my nerves. Hello.
You again? They let you into town?
Are you Lou Varden?
I am.
What do you
Let's
mean,
talk.
are you Louvard?
Yes.
And I did a quest for this guy in the last chapter.
I think you're paying for salamander pins. I'm just not sure why you would do that.
You're mistaken.
Why so defensive? I'm also after Salamandra and can prove it.
If so, bring me 3 pins. Then we'll talk.
I have 3 salamander pins. Will you tell me about your secret
Your
society
secret
now?
Excellent.
society. That's like a big
I
like leap
normally
of
pay
faith.
20 apiece, but I'll make an exception.
Wait, what?
I'll give you 10 times that.
Great, but I still want to know why you're paying bounty hunters to track down bandits.
They're not good for business.
Your business?
All businesses. Listen, there are forces beyond your imagination at work here. Be thankful you don't know the world for what it is.
Wait, you
Lou
don't know the
Varden,
world for
I've
what it
heard
is? It's
so
like a
many high and
Cthulhu
mighty
game suddenly.
speeches that yours doesn't impress me. I don't give a
Really?
shit about these forces. My only concern is reaching the Salamandra leaders and killing Azar Javed.
That I'd like to see. Should you succeed, find me, and I'll reward you handsomely. And if you destroy Salamandra as a whole, I will repay you for your efforts.
That won't be easy.
How
I may come
how
see
would he
you
know
again,
if we
and I'll
do
be
this?
counting on your assistance.
I'll help if I can.
See you later.
Yes?
But yeah, if you like, I think Mammoth's gone already, but generally for anyone that's like still in chat, if you want a good kind of like I don't know, Celtic, I guess, Scottish,
Yes.
Irish inspired soundtrack,
stones.
I would
I haven't
definitely
yet
recommend
located
Bard's
them all.
Tale 4. It's like
I
so
thought you
good on
might
that
know
regard.
such art and oddities.
I once purchased one for its magical potential, which turned out false.
Oh
and
no.
I paid a mage a costly sum for the examination.
I've got
Then
two
will
of
you
them.
sell
Can
it to
you
me?
pay?
Sell my tipperat? I'm rather fond of it.
I'll give you a good price.
Oh my
500
God.
orns?
I
Really?
didn't think it was worth so much.
Wait,
But all
no,
right.
don't just
I
give
wear
him 500.
Tippereth as an
500. What the
amulet.
hell?
We can deal right now.
I have
Ah.
500 orens, though it's quite a price to pay for a stone.
I sadly relinquish it, but my reputation would suffer, as would my business if I did not deal. The Sephira is yours.
Sephira? Isn't that like a Sephiroth?
Yeah?
I heard creatures threaten the transport of goods.
Yes, I assume you're not asking for curiosity's sake.
Also, I love how this game has like all these random like close-ups
I
into
may.
like people's
The
faces,
dog by the
and
swamp
then
is
at other times
crucial
it
to
kind
my
of like
business.
pulls all the way
creatures
back.
have caused me losses.
What are the beasts like?
It's like whoever was like
Dramas.
rigging this
They
didn't
emerge
quite
at
like
night,
decide if
destroying
like a
goods and
close-up was the
murdering
like, the good
carriers.
like the way to go,
I'll pay
or like
400
the
orns to be rid of them.
dramatic like pun was also
A pleasure doing business.
Indeed.
the thing to do.
Let's talk.
Yes?
How's business?
You think me a seller of turnips? I run businesses you can't even fathom.
Oh
I
no.
see.
You're confusing reflected stars for the night sky. I'm waiting for important news.
Let's talk.
Yes?
Was that it?
How's business?
You think
I-
you
Fair.
Okay, that's kind of weird. I guess we need to do something before talking with him. Also, he says that there's like drowners here. I must use a boat to get to the swamp to blah blah, read the monsters, so on and so forth. So, 3 Sephiroth. Fine. Vincent Mace, the Rat. A reward for Leeuwarden. Okay. What lies beneath? Is that like also? No. It's like a drowned dead. Nope. Wait, what's the other quest from this guy? Safe haven. Yeah. I must. Leeuwarden offered me 400 orens for killing drowners. I should use the boat to get to the swamps and get rid of the monsters that have been haunting the harbor at night. Okay, so that's like at the swamps. I'm not gonna go there yet.
Nothing personal against witches, but you shouldn't walk the city streets.
Fuck
Nilfgaardian
off.
goods are shoddy and inexpensive.
You jerk. So hold on. I just need to be sure that I'm like all the way done with this place before going to the swamp, because I remember that was kind of like a lengthy part as well. There's like a bunch of different quests that play out in that area.
Old Viziman. Beyond that gate, the Catriona plague kills dozens every day. I have a feeling the quarantine's useless.
Ooh, this is kind of very oddly topical. Okay, told Viziman. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like finish the couple of quests for what's his name, Coleman, right? Just like turn him into Vincent Mace, and kind of like figure out who's paying him or whatever. But yeah, this is one of the holdovers of game design that I never quite liked. This whole like go back and forth thing, often through a lot of loading screens. Which I'm pretty sure is usually just done to kind of, you know, add some more playtime, if that makes any sense, kind of artificially to the game. Like, generally backtracking should not be a thing in games unless you can make it interesting.
A scourge of the Lord's reign.
Like Metroidvania games, those kind of make backtracking interesting by giving you abilities that unlock things that you can do on the way back that you couldn't on like your first pass.
Crime rises and the city guard.
What do you want?
Like, for example, in Super Metroid, in Brinstar, you initially kind of like go through and like get the what's it called, like the morph ball, and that kind of gives you access to like low passages, and then you move on to what's the second location's name? I kind of like forget.
Hell with it.
But there you kind of get the like the missiles, and then on your way back
what'll
to
it be?
Brinstar, there's
We doing
like
some ploughing
doors
business?
that you couldn't open before, but turns out you can blast them open now that you have missiles, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of like one of the joys of Metroidvania games, is that they kind of make backtracking fun. Mostly, there's like some cases where it's not quite as good as that. Thankfully, Bloodstained did very well on that regard, especially with all the souls, I guess, that it allowed you to use.
What is it, Witcher?
I know about your connection to Salamandra.
Curiosity is killing me.
I have irrefutable evidence you're not involved.
I wish you'd said so sooner.
Well,
here's a city guard ring. Wear
Yay,
it. The
now we
guard
can get
shouldn't
into
give you any
the
trouble.
thanks. Know anything
clinic.
else about Salamandra?
Salamandra aims to take over the Fistak trade. Javed smelled the money in it. He's a junkie himself.
Oh, interesting. Do.
What?
Okay, that's one signet ring, I guess. Let's equip that as well. I need to go speak to the innkeeper now, right? For like the rat quest, which I mean is here somewhere. Just like go through here then.
What's that?
But yeah, thankfully, like the most recent Metroidvania that I've played, which is Bloodstained, like Ritual of the Night, not the Curse of the Moon 8-bit remake, was very good at kind of like masking, or like not masking, but making the backtracking feel a lot more fun than usual. But yeah, there's like a lot of games that don't really do that, unfortunately.
Here's an idea.
Like one of the earliest examples that I can remember playing is like King's Quest 8. In case you've never played this, is like the final King's Quest game of the original series. It was the first one that came out in 3D. It was also the first one that wasn't quite a point-and-click adventure game. It was kind of like a hack and slash action adventure thing. The idea was that for the first time ever, you were not playing as King Graham or like a member of his family, like in all 7 of the first ones. But you're playing a guy called Conrad, I want to say. I don't really remember, or like Connor or something like that. And there's like this sun mask or something that's split into 5 pieces, and you basically have to go to 5 different lands in order to get the pieces. The thing was that it had a lot of backtracking. It had huge areas, which was like a good thing, but it kind of asked you for every single quest to go from one end to another and then back, and it was boring. Once you cleared out the map, it was just like 2 or 3 minutes of like endlessly walking through a bunch of different areas to get back to wherever you needed to go.
Fancy knowing that.
Yeah.
I caught him informing.
Bastard. We knew of a leak, but Coleman?
That's life.
What the hell?
Ramsmeat set a price on the snitch's
Oh,
head.
did I just like screw over Coleman?
So long.
Yes, we did.
What do you want, Wolf?
This guy's
See ya.
voice is so deep. Doesn't really match like his stature. I feel like the guy should be like at least twice my size to be talking like that. I must interrogate the witness. Yeah, where do we do this? I'm beginning an investigation with the help of the private eye. The goal is to find someone who works for Azar Javed and trace the salamander boss this way. I must find someone who works for Azar Javed and trace the salamander boss through him. Wow. I have my first clues about Salamandra. The city guard is holding an important witness I need to speak to. I should have a word with the jailer Jethro. I must question the witness being held by the city guard. Okay. Oh my god. I've already... Hello. I've already been there. Like, what the hell? I never know if this game kind of like glitched out or something. Because this guy used to be able to sell me stuff because I helped Siegfried in the sewers.
You sell me?
But now he tells me that I'm not a friend of the order. Which kind of like took away my like my only access to a blacksmith in this chapter. Because the like the dwarf guy won't talk to me, and okay, the dwarf guy won't talk to me, and he wants me to find his anvil or something. But so yeah, it's I don't know. It's like very annoying. I think I may have like locked myself out of it somehow. Possibly by helping out the elven lady. It's like a... I kind of like stumbled into like a love scene, which is kind of like weird. And I think that like, kind of like gave me a reputation against the Order of the Flaming Rose. Probably. I don't know. Although I'm kind of wondering now, does this mean that the dwarven blacksmith will kind of like deal with me now? If I manage to remember where the like where his shop's at. Eager Thigh, City Sewer, Detective Raymond. This is somewhere around here somewhere, right? So I kind of want to speak with this guy.
I'm all...
Aha.
What was I supposed to do next?
Talk to Vincent Mice, captain of the city guard.
So, I questioned the captain of the city guard.
Any conclusions?
I think he's innocent.
Surprising. Sure he didn't pull the wool over your eyes?
Don't worry about my eyesight. It's not Vincent.
All right, I'll cross him off our list of suspects. For now. He's
like a guy on like a revenge mission. He's like very easy to talk out of specific suspects.
What's it like being a private eye?
I don't know.
Lousy work in a town full of dirt and conspiracies. I spend most of my time spying on nobles and rich burghers who cheat on their wives.
Rich burghers.
You can't imagine
I'm
what
kind of
people
hungry at the
moment.
I can't imagine why.
I recently followed Morton, commander of Foltest's palace guards. Heard of him?
I don't think so.
I saw him in the stables with two young
getting
pages.
Sleepy, like 2 hours in.
You wouldn't believe.
Like after like
I've heard enough.
A full,
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
Glass of coffee.
What was I supposed to
talk to Vincent?
Can't you talk?
We're not exactly.
All right.
Blah blah blah. I'm all ears.
They've moved the prisoner to the hospital.
All the better. There'll be fewer guards there.
They'll still be watching him.
You could talk to them at night. No witnesses.
I'll think about it.
I like how he has like the sneaky animation when he's saying that. Like
What
we're
was I
like
talk-
both alone, right?
See.
Oh, hold on. Now that we have the ring, we can gain access to the hospital, right? There's like 2 quests that we can be finishing there. So this way. It's a bit convoluted. We also like save just in case I fuck up with the prisoner.
No passage.
I'm going inside.
Disease patients inside.
I mean, I'm immune. So what the hell? Oh, okay. Thank you. Ba 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 bum. Do we do it? Hey, it's Shani. Totally not a sex scene incoming, Shani.
Hi, Geralt.
Hi, Shani.
I miss Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
That was kind of random.
I'm needed here. Few have your immunity.
I wanted to talk.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
Where are you staying?
I have a room in the northeastern end of Viziman.
Easy to find?
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake. Quickly, I need to get back to work.
How can I help?
Your skills are no good here.
Shani, I do other things besides kill.
We don't have a cure for the plague yet, but did you know Rusty?
Don't recall.
Before the plague took him, he discovered certain plant extracts retarded the disease's progress.
You need
okay,
those
that's
plants?
kind of like
Yes,
grammatically
the best one's
correct, but it's also like very
Unfortunately,
problematic
it's
to
only found
say.
on swampy ground.
I'll try to help.
How about delays?
Bring it.
Here's the celandine.
Ooh, I actually had
Excellent.
celandine.
I'm really grateful.
I'd prefer a monster anatomy lesson.
Oh,
I detected
nice.
a drowned dead once.
No, wait, I already know about the drowned dead. Also, my inventory is full? The hell?
Quickly.
I saw a guard.
They delivered this badly injured.
Who?
Guards won't talk to me. He must be important. They want a quick recovery.
I'd like to question this man.
Come back in the evening. The guards might be more talkative, especially with strong drink in hand.
All right, I'll come back
I
later.
guess.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for personal matters.
See ya.
Okay. I
You'll be
guess.
fine. I promise.
So I think the guy we need to talk to is like there, but those two won't let me get close enough.
My lungs. Some kind of curse.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I do have like strong alcohol, right? Yeah. Okay. So we can probably get
Have you
them
come?
drunk.
Melitele loves even those who go astray.
That's kind of her.
How can I help?
Oh God.
Tell me more about your goddess.
Melitele is mother of all living things, the goddess of
Melitele
love,
is mother of all
fertility,
living
and
things.
healing.
What the hell is
Why
this
does the
animation?
statue represent 3 figures?
The goddess has 3 faces, symbolizing her different aspects.
What are those?
A young, carefree girl, a mature, pregnant...
I see.
How can I...
Farewell.
Oh wait, I found the clue. No, hold on. Wait, can I? Why can't I put pork in there? Received Oth Sephiroth, Gevra Sephiroth, Vina Sephiroth. Wait, what? Huh? This makes sense. How? Was there some kind of, like, I don't know, lore thing that I was meant to be reading and kind of, like, failed to? Three other stones are guarded by a girl, a mother, and an old hag. That's fine. And they can be obtained through sacrifice and prayer. Giving a pork chop to the statue. How is that sacrifice? Was I, like, really hungry about this? And kind of like had to sacrifice my lunch to that. Freaking hell. Okay, fine. The first stone is with a wise person. We got that. The second will come with freedom. We got that as well. The third is in possession of someone wealthy. Fine. While a merciful person has the fourth. Oh, do you mean the nun, maybe? 3 other stones are guarded by Girl, Mother, and a Hag. We did that. The 8th Sephira is hidden underground in the swamp and guarded by death. The 9th must be obtained by fighting its guardian, while the 10th and final will be reward for tenaciously seeking the truth. So I guess the 10th one is a reward for finishing the investigation quests, I guess. Though how the fuck
How can I help?
The prophecy knows what I'm doing.
I seek something and found a clue
more than
I
I
can't
can understand.
It is well you came.
The clue says.
3 faces.
And the sacrifice.
Only nature's harvest. Fruit, plants, flowers.
Ha!
Melitele dislikes killing them in her name.
Ha! That's false. I gave her a pork chop.
Farewell.
That's a lie. That's a big fat stinking lie.
It's terrifying.
Hello.
Did a dog run by with a liver in its mouth?
Excuse me? Like another book. Cults and Religions of the Nordlings by Stefan Keller. Among the numerous faiths of the Nordlings, the most widespread is the cult of Melitele, a goddess in 3 forms: young girl, mature woman, and old hag. Melitele is a mother goddess, caring for her children. Primarily women pray to her, though men in need might also utter supplications. The religion is a vestige of the old matriarchy and testifies to the weakness of the Nordlings. People who worship female... Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's like very misogynistic. I don't want to finish reading this anymore. Well done. Gee. Offensive stuff in The Witcher. Who would have thought? Also, I'm kind of wondering if like maybe the 4th Sephira is supposed to be like taken from Shani?
Pale complexion. Back to bed immediately.
Like maybe one of the nurses.
We'll die.
A medic I know says stitch red to red, white to white, and everything.
Quick.
Okay, I guess let's wait until night.
We'll care for this rash soon.
And I guess we now need to get the guards drunk. Oh, hello. How come I missed this? So weird. Also, is Shani still here? No. I guess she's gone back home. Hello.
Not enough blood. Stay away from the prisoner.
All right.
Stay away from...
All right.
Huh. Wait, I thought she said that you can kind of like get them drunk or something. Guess not. I mean, I really don't want to like bribe them. Because honestly, at this point, I'd much rather just like save up to get the armor upgrade. But then again, 10 isn't that bad.
Stay away.
I want to ask some... Shh.
Kalkstein. He's passed out. Shove off.
There's a commotion in the corridor.
Bloody thugs. Ram's meat sent them.
What? Oh, really?
You son of a...
Kill every last one.
Time to die!
For the gold they pay. Kill every last one.
Okay. That was a thing that happened. Also, I love how the guards don't really bother with me just like looting the shit out of everything. It's like they're kind of expecting it. He's a Witcher. Witcher's gonna loot.
Bloody thugs. Ram's meat sent them.
Okay. I guess we need to go talk to Shani, get one of the Sephiroths or whatever they're called. Distance post. What's like Shani's house? Like here? No. I think it's here somewhere, actually. So, like, somewhere this way. And go left here. Yep, there we go. Door to Shani's house. So I guess she's supposed to have the like compassion Sephiroth.
The end is nigh. The likes of you is proof enough. Nothing personal.
I'm here to see Shani.
Thanks.
The white frost approaches. I feel it in my bones.
Oh, I don't have a shawl to give her.
But
Ah! Do I need to give her like booze or something?
old, gray, and a pain in the ass. You should be ashamed.
Go!
Huh. Okay. I guess insulting her works. Woohoo. Hi. You have a Sephiroth for me.
Yeah.
Shani.
I wanted to...
What is...
Sometimes I... But that's it.
It does.
Thanks.
Don't mention...
Come on. Just give me the Sephiroth. I mean, I assume it's gonna be her that gives you the Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Or not. No, I don't know. You know, I don't actually remember ever finishing this quest now that I think about it. Like, I'm pretty sure I was done with the swamp area at least. And that's kind of where you activate these to gain access to the mage tower.
I miss...
But I just don't think I've ever finished this.
Let's talk about Salamandra. I think you're in league with them.
What, me? Why?
That's what I'd like to know.
What is it you're after?
Evidence indicates you're linked to the organization.
What evidence?
The wounded salamander mentioned you.
That's likely, since I hired him.
What for?
To help with my experiments.
I suppose he distilled the fifth essence and dusted the Philosopher's Stone?
Oh.
He protected me from Salamandra and did other tasks. Get out of my...
I believe you. I don't know enough to decide.
Right. We can't waste time. Albedo? You offended me, Witcher.
What a...
You offended me, Witcher.
Well, yeah, until I accidentally enter, I guess. No offense taken. So, how do we proceed from here? I think Shani owes me one. I should talk to Shani more often. Okay. Cool. Have to speak to Ramsmith about his dealings with blah blah blah. Speak with Raymond. Speak with Raymond. I think I need to go speak to Ramsmith first.
Come back later.
And think you can call. Hold on. You can find him like this way. I always get lost in Viziman. I don't know why. I think it's like because it's like kind of like a two-tiered town, and there's like the hospitals at the middle of the whole thing, and it kind of like divides everything in two. It's like very hard for me to get my bearings in this game. Especially like the next area, I remember having so much trouble with. Especially like the swamp stuff, I guess. Wait, where's Ramsmith? Oh wait, he's back at his house now because I'm gonna have to fight him or something. God, it's like annoying.
Looks like I have to deal with these idiots.
Are you lost?
Yep.
Who lives here?
Don't answer a question with a question.
Let me rephrase.
Some nerve. This is Ramsmeat's house, and he never spoke of a visiting mutant, so scram. Looking for something?
I'll be good. Looks like I have to deal with these idiots.
Wait, how do you deal with like
Looking
these
for
idiots? Best help. Help. Hey, Aznakta, again, thank you for the resub. And also, why have we traveled back to 2005? I mean, I kind of had to... what's it called? Well, had to.
Look,
kind of like wanted to, you know, play through this and...
Bye.
Kind of like play through the entire series, maybe, if that makes any sense. Eventually, but you have to kind of like play them in order to know what's what, right? So how are we doing? How's it been going lately? Tried playing this. I mean, it's not that bad. The combat certainly leaves something to be desired, like a lot of stuff to be desired. Yeah. Controls. Pain in the ass, generally.
finally, a solid meal. Looking for...
I'll be good.
I guess I have to fight them.
Mercy!
Wait, what? Where did this guy come from? Looks like they hired the guys responsible for Ultima 9. I mean, funny you should mention that. I've actually been wanting to, at some point, stream Ultima 9. Probably one of my favorite, like, awful games of all time, if that makes any sense. Did I lose a bet? No, I actually did kind of enjoy it. The bugs, probably not so much, but the game itself was probably one of my first, like, open world games, if that makes any sense. And it had, like, such a gorgeous, like, box and all the stuff that came with it. And I don't know, in general, it was like a... I understand it's a shitty game because it got rushed a lot, but it's also kind of one of like my fond memories. I'm not saying it's a good game, but just that I remember it fondly, and I would like to share that on stream. Rushed is an understatement. Yeah, I know. I mean, you don't have to tell me about it. I am one of the very few cases of a very infamous glitch. Kind of like happened on launch as well. Because I bought this game when it launched because Origin had also published... I had no idea about the Ultima series, right? It wasn't like much of a thing around here. But Origin had also published my favorite, my second favorite space flight sim series, which is Wing Commander, and I was just like fresh off of playing Wing Commander 5, which is another rushed slash kind of like junky kind of game. But I did buy it on launch, and here's what happened. This was like my very first 3D like open world RPG game, right? And I ran into a small bug. In this small bug, at the very end of the first dungeon, the guy, like the avatar's like ally, I think it's like his name is Iolo or something like that, the bard, like see like the one that likes like the virtue of humility and so on. Like the way Ultima 9 is structured, you're supposed to go find the 8 companions of the avatar that have been corrupted by the Guardian and been made to guard their respective runes, I guess, like their virtue runes or whatever. And you kind of need to purify them or kill them, and that kind of like feeds into like what ending you get. So here's the thing: I finished the first spire, that's like the first dungeon, and Iolo had despawned for whatever reason. And since he had despawned, I could not get his rune. I could not go past the force field because that force field only drops when Iolo dies or when you convince him to return to his virtue, in this case humility. So he's not there. I have no idea. I just see like a random rune at the background. I try a bunch of things. I throw spells at it. I throw items at it. I kind of try to hit it. Nothing happens. I give up and leave. Now, because this is an open world game, I eventually go on and do the rest of the spires. So I get the other 7 runes, one way or another. There's like a few where you don't actually purify anyone, but you know, that's like a spoilery thing. So there I am at the finale of the game, and I'm missing 1 rune, and I have no idea where to get it. I try to swim to the Guardian's Island, and you can't do that because there's like a storm, which you need the runes to dispel, I guess. So I gave up on the game eventually after putting like 40 hours into it. Fun hours, mind, but you know, not the payoff at the end I was like hoping for. So years later I googled that, and it turns out there's like a very rare glitch where if you do a series of dialogue options in a specific way in Castle Britannia, which is the like where Lord British is, and you know, the one of the first areas that you get to, you can actually force the game to despawn Iolo. And if you do that, the game is no longer winnable. And I never knew that because we didn't really like have the internet the way we do now, so I couldn't actually Google that.
Wolf? Ever seen the salamander
Which is
sign?
cool, I guess.
I've seen a lot. Have a problem
I would love
with
to,
that?
you know, finish the game.
Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything?
I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that.
I need to talk to you about Salamandra.
Quickly.
When I ask about Salamandra, your henchmen get shifty.
They're like me. We don't like Salamandra.
I see. Settling scores in the underworld.
Yeah, I've actually never played Blaze and Blade.
Why did you
I don't remember that. I
Witcher
think we were like talking
Berengar?
about Mountain
What's
Blade
it to
actually,
you?
but I've never
He was
played
my
that one
brother.
either.
Take a good look. Do I seem like a whore to you?
No.
So why you trying to fuck me?
Ooh.
Again, what's it to you?
He was a friend. I suspect Salamandra had something to do with his disappearance.
You choose your friends poorly. Berengar schemed with Salamandra, and that's why we had our eye
Oh,
on him.
plot twist.
As they say, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer.
I just can't get over this guy's voice. It's like doesn't fit at all with his like appearance.
Then he disappeared.
Your people attacked me at the hospital.
Ooh.
You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours.
Let's say I believe you. I think I have this figured out.
Have I?
What?
Want the truth about Salamandra?
Spit it out.
Let's summarize.
Go on.
You and yours get nervous whenever you see the salamander sign.
No shit.
Nothing unusual, given that you're battling them for influence.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I can smell your fear.
You annoy me.
You suspected Salamandra sent me to kill you, the same with Berengar.
I thought he would lead me to Salamandra's leader.
But Berengar disappeared. Your man, however, did learn something.
Unfortunately, he ran afoul of Salamandra. Then the guards captured him. Those I sent to help, you cut up.
Your boys were really nervous. Nervous and aggressive.
They expected Salamandra would attack and might have mistaken you for them. What did my man say?
Not much. He was badly injured.
Shame. A misunderstanding then.
Misunderstanding
I forgive
then.
you for killing my crew. You're all right, Wolf.
Oh wow.
I know you're fighting Salamandra. I'm hunting them too.
Javed wants to take over my business. He decided to start with the girls. Know why?
Let's see.
Though he left
Based on the
Zerakini
lineage
long
to
ago
server
and
where they didn't
trained to
implement
be a
PC
man,
protection properly.
deep inside, he's remained
That kind of
fucked
reminds
up
me of like
wild
the old
Now
days
you get
in
it.
World of
Not
Warcraft.
He's driven by instinct.
I never actually like
Thinks
did
with
this
that
myself,
Zerakinian cock of
but
his, he's got some
at the time where
strange
they
fetishes. Likes fire.
at the time where they
My
implemented
girls are
Zul'Gurub,
scared
the
shitless, and they don't
I guess
scare that easily.
I don't remember. It was like a 20-man raid or like a 40-man raid. I don't really remember. It was like the troll raid, right?
See ya.
It was like the forest trolls. There was like a mechanic at the final boss fight where like the spirit of Hakar, like it's like a big giant like Quetzalcoatl's like serpent. Like that serpent kind of like pops up, and at some point it starts draining like the party's life. And what you have to do is go get like a debuff called something like corrupted blood or whatever, which corrupted blood for like a few seconds kind of like deals some damage over time, and if you stand close to other people it kind of like jumps to them once it expires. So like the general idea is that you force Hakar to drain your life while you have this debuff, so it transfers over to him and damages him instead of making him regain life. So because of a way of like a omission, I guess, in the coding, you could actually carry this debuff outside of the raid, which isn't normally the case with World of Warcraft raids, because generally there's like this I guess invisible buff or like invisible barrier that forces all of like the dungeons special mechanics to kind of like stay at the door, so you can't actually take them outside of the dungeon most of the time, with a few exceptions, but you know, mostly.
Where will they bury me?
So people couldn't carry this outside the dungeon, but the developers kind of failed to account for pets, which is like hunter pets. Dogs, cats, raptors, stuff like that. Those could also get it. And the hunter has a special ability that will dismiss a pet, kind of like sending it off to like hammer space, I guess, until you resummon it. And it keeps all of the buffs and debuffs it had. Like back then, it kept all of the buffs and debuffs it had at the time you dismissed it. So people kind of like became crafty. dismissed their pets once they had the corrupt blood debuff, and then went back to the main cities and released them. And killed like a shit ton of low-level players that weren't like high enough in stats to survive the blood. And like the more people died and tried to respawn, the more this thing kind of like spread. And it was like it was like just before my time in the game, because that was kind of like the time where I started, is like after they fixed this, but before Ankiraj was kind of implemented in the game. And apparently, like the major cities were like huge graveyards, like
White Wolf.
because when players die, they kind of like leave a small skeleton where they died, and that doesn't really go away for like a few in-game hours. So there's like a huge pile of corpses and skeletons all over the place.
I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
And like your story kind of like reminded me of
you
that.
Sure? Strange.
In that like one or two players can kind of like fuck over the entire server if they wanted to.
Javed might have scared him or paid him off.
It's kind of funny.
Something to check.
It's kind of like a shame I never really like got to experience that.
Word.
Although that would also mean that I had wasted a lot of my leveling time just like dying and trying to respawn without dying again to the plague.
I've met Kalkstein. He didn't look the criminal.
That might be true, but we need to check all our leads.
How do you want?
I prefer. Then gain Kalkstein's trust and talk to Ramsmeat.
I'm all ears.
Yes. How to pay? I prefer. Then and
oh my god. Why do I need to go speak with them again? I must go to Kalkstein, blah 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 blah, and gain his trust. Also Ramsmeat, I guess. Let's see. It's time to talk to Raymond about Kalkstein. Wait, what? Oh, come on, just let me proceed. I've already done that part.
See you soon.
Why won't it let me talk to him? Wait, do I have to go speak with Kalkstein and again? And then come back? Is that it? Yes, Viziman confidential. Wolfekinos drowned the Al Ghul. Thaler, Kalkstein. Lack of evidence. Yay. That's a pain. Too good, the garden and the brick makers. Yep. I guess this is probably the point where we need to go to the swamp. That kind of sucks that I need more space. So much more space. Also, I think it's kind of like midnight now. Probably a good time for me to call it. Tomorrow I won't be streaming, as I've kind of like decided to be taking Tuesdays off, like no matter what. You know, some like family time now that like the missus is coming over a lot soon, like a lot more often, and for like longer as well. So we're actually looking for a place together. So yay, that's kind of like a thing that I may have forgotten to mention. But yeah, so that kind of means that like on Tuesdays I'm kind of like indisposed. I kind of like need a day off to, you know, deal with IRL things more than anything. Mrs. I mean, no, not Mrs. The fiance. So yeah, it's been like for a few years now actually. Sneaky me? No, wait, hold on. I've mentioned here before. Like, we've been together for like 5 years now, and like this has been on here for like 3 or so. I mean, we're not living together yet because of like various reasons, but we're kind of like making the next step soon. But yeah, I do need like at least one day off, maybe more, but you know, kind of like going with like Tuesdays for now, just trying to get like a schedule going, which is why I did manage to stream on the weekend. Let's see if this guy will sell anything to me. Blacksmith, haha, hello. Sell.
It's night. Come back in the morning.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like wake someone at like midnight. Nope. Later than midnight, actually. It's like, hey, would you like buy things from me? She fell for these pinchable chicks. Well, enjoy these pinchable chicks while they last, because I'm also on a diet. They might not be here for that long, is what I'm saying. Honestly, if that was the case, like then my aunt would probably marry me, because she loved to pinch my cheeks. Kind of like in a very annoying way too. It's like, I don't know. It's like with old ladies and cheeks, they just like can't like resist. And she'd always go like, "Oh my god, how much you've grown." I'm like, "Oh my god, stop that!" Like they're kind of going numb already. Stop. Those were good memories. May she rest in peace. New talents acquired. Kind of like apropos of nothing. Just like get the damage one for now. Wonder if I should start boosting my casts. True grit. Yeah. Oh wait, 20% knockdown while fighting 3 or more opponents. I think the swamps are kind of like a place where we do get mobbed. Rest in peace, yeah. I mean, she was like at a more or less advanced stage, so, you know, kind of to be expected. Also, sorry to be kind of like closing the stream on like such a downer note. That's a bit bad of me, I guess. But yeah, hopefully these will kind of like recede soon enough. Also, I'm pretty sure the lighting isn't doing many favors, like for me, because for some reason the settings for the webcam have been a bit weird. But yeah, that's about it for today. No stream tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to keep up with like streaming, like at the during the rest of the week. So that's like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with more Witcher probably, because I fully intend to see this thing through eventually, and maybe just like move on to 2 and 3 at some point. Like, assuming I don't get like annoyed like I did last time I tried to play this. Okay, so let's save. I think this is about it for tonight. Maybe I should probably be trying to start a bit sooner. If I'm being honest, it's like if I have to like call it off at midnight, then starting at 9 instead of 9:30 might be more beneficial. But you know, the nice thing about having to, you know, do my like the whole like what's it called, like a diet thing, is that I kind of have to spend a lot more time actually cooking stuff that's not like very fatty. So I'm not sure if I can start at 9. We'll see. Well, anyway, I don't really see anyone that I know online at the moment. So there's not like a reasonably sized stream. So instead I'm just gonna like call it here. Have a very, very pleasant evening, and thanks to Aznakta and Jungle Roba again for the gift sub. and all the rest of like the subscriptions and resubs. And have a very pleasant evening, a good night, and I will see you on Wednesday. Have fun. Yes, well, fun. Probably have like sleep. Fun not included for now. But yeah, have a very pleasant one as well, and I'll see you around on Wednesday. So until then, good night.